Hey, everybody. Welcome to Unqualified. My name is Alex. I'm unqualified to give you any advice, but I hope you listen anyway. This show's a little bit about everything, anything, and nothing all in between. So let's rub the Italian horn and the chili pepper for some good luck because I might need it this time. And you know what I like. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment, share, you know, hit that notification bell and I'll bring more content your way. And so let's get started. I just wanted to jump in here and talk about two stories. I wanted to talk about the mass walkout of the students at that Pennsylvania high school based off of transgender bathrooms. I just wanted to jump on here and talk a little bit about that. And then I want to talk about Lone Boebert or Bobbert. Boebert. Bobby. That pops into my head from Bob's Burgers. Bobby! Oh my god. Alright, let's go to the screen. Alright, so yes, I'm looking at the Gays Against Groomers, uh, what do you call it, channel on X. I keep on wanting to call it Twitter. Oh, god. Alright, so massive! Students in Pennsylvania staged a walkout to protest boys being allowed in girls' bathrooms. Kids might be alright. That's what I imagine whenever I see that emoji. This is fantastic. Yes, it is. It is very fantastic to see kids actually staging a walkout. And my question is, how many kids, and this happened on September 20th, so this is fairly new, right? What's today's date? Is it September 22nd? Yeah. So this is fairly new, and let's listen to it. Woo! All right. Now, my question is, how many of these kids are actually walking out because they believe in this ideology? They're fed up with the ideologies of, pushing transgender ideologies onto students, or are they just walking out because everybody's walking out of school, right? I mean, how many kids are actually just walking out because 'cause they're like, "Oh, everybody's walking out of school," right? You know? Like, let's factor that in. But, you know, there are probably a bunch of kids who are fed up with all this. I mean, if we're fed up with this and we're adults, imagine how the kids feel. Imagine how the kids feel, and they have to go through this kinda crap. They have to go through it daily. If we have to do the mental gymnastics, just imagine what they're being taught. They're being indoctrinated. We just have to deal with it. They actually have to be indoctrinated into it. They're becoming these little robotic, you know, gender ideology soldiers, gender activists. That's what they're becoming. They're becoming gender activists and or trans activists. That's what they're becoming. And it's it's not good. And finally with this we finally see kids starting to turn it around. And that's what I hope for. That's what I really hope for. Put down in the comments if you agree with this. Put down in the comments if you don't agree with this. I want to know. I personally agree with this. I would be proud if my kid did this. Honestly, do I think that kids know what's up and they know better than we do sometimes as adults? Yes, 100%. Because kids, they don't give a shit about your feelings. They really don't. They'll be like, "You're fat." I'll be like, "Okay." I'll be like, "Okay, you pointed out the obvious. Very good." And I'll be like, "That's mean. We don't do that. But, we don't do that here. That's mean. But good job for being honest. That's a quality you should never lose." But, kids are honest. Kids see the world through a different lens than adults do. Adults were trying to sugarcoat everything. Adults were trying to take everybody's feelings into account and trying to accommodate everybody. That's the big word is we try to accommodate everybody. Kids don't give a flying F about accommodating anybody. Do I think kids are selfish? Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But but when it comes down to gender ideology, and especially when it comes down to boys being let into women's spaces and girls' spaces. I think that's wrong because there are plenty of boys and men that will take advantage of the kindness that people, and I'm not going to say we, that people are allowing them to have by giving them access to girls and women's spaces. And there are trans activists and, gender activists that will say, "That doesn't happen. That never happens." Bitch, yes, it does. Yes, it does. There are plenty of people who get raped, men and women, mostly women, but there are plenty of women who get raped, plenty of girls who get assaulted when, men are allowed into girls and women's spaces because idiots let them. It makes my blood boil. It really does. Because it makes me worry because, if I had a daughter, I would be so scared. I would be so scared and I would be so protective if I had a daughter because I wouldn't want anything to happen to her. I really wouldn't. And I would fight tooth and nail to make sure that men wouldn't be allowed into her space. I swear on my life, I would fight tooth and nail because that's not right. I don't care what you think you are. If you have a penis, you shouldn't be allowed anywhere near me, anywhere near any other woman or girl in a private space like a dressing room, a bathroom, a changing room, anything like that. And that's my stance on that. All right, next I'm gonna react to Lauren Boebert. I keep on wanting to say Bobby from Bob's Burgers. Oh gosh. I think what she did personally, I think that was disgusting. Like, if that's what gets you off doing things in public, then don't do you, boo boo. Don't do you. Um that is disgusting. There are children at the Beetlejuice performance and, there was a pregnant lady sitting behind her. She was clearly vaping. Who knows if it was marijuana? It was Colorado, probably. So, let's look at the video. All right, guys. Let's look at this video. So, this is Anonymous Bosch. In case y'all haven't seen it, here's the enhanced version. Let's look at it.
Boebert. Say it 3 times and she appears in security
Over.
video from a weekend performance of
Stop
Beetlejuice,
it.
where the congresswoman was kicked out of the theater for being disruptive. The DCPA says she was vaping. Boebert's team denied that, said the haze was from fog machines in the show.
Lies.
That claim goes up in smoke when you see the video. The pregnant woman sitting behind Boebert told the Denver Post she asked her to stop vaping, and Boebert refused. Her one-woman show continued, taking flash photos, raising her hands and dancing, often the only one clapping or standing up in the crowd. Boebert occasionally took a break from being disruptive to enjoy the company of her male companion. He briefly had a grasp on the situation before ushers returned and told Boebert she had to leave. The
Wow.
theater's incident report says Boebert pulled the "Don't you know who I am" card on the way out, giving theater employees the single finger salute.
Of course. Wow.
Boebert.
Wow. That is that's gross. I mean, like, clearly the guy, was groping her and she was, like, running her hands over his pants. I mean, like, really? Really? I mean, and then she was fixing her top on the way out, like, "Please, please." Oh my gosh, and she was blowing smoke, you could clearly see you know, you could clearly see that. And the lady behind her, she's pregnant. And, she might as well just said she might as well have done that. She might as well have done that and blown it right in her face. She might as well have just done that and been like, "F you." Like, that's what she might as well have done. God. I mean, that's basically what she was saying. She was just saying, like, "Go F yourself." You know? And, like, getting up, throwing her hands up, everything. She must have been high. Please, allegedly. She must have been high. I mean, Jesus Christ. These people think they're so entitled and pulling the "Do you know who I am" card. Like, do you really think you're that important? Do you really think you're that important? You're a councilwoman, okay? Yeah, you're in the government. Ooh. Do you think you're as important as George Washington? Do you think you're as important as, dare I say it, the president? Do you really think you're as important as any historical figure? No, you're not. You're a councilwoman, and there are dozens alike of you. Wow, I am turning into a biatch. God, gotta rub that extra. Extra, extra. Rub the Italian horn. Gosh, I'm a biatch today. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Okay, everybody. That was me reacting to the walkout staged out of Pennsylvania high school and the disgusting acts of Lauren Boebert at a Beetlejuice performance. So I hope you like that video. You know what I like. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share this video, and hit that notification bell for more content, and I'll send it your way. Hasta la pasta, baby. Bye.